It's time to talk about our most hyped for games coming to Switch 2 in 2026.
There's actually some really huge AAA games coming out, so I'm super hyped to dive into this list.
We'll start it off with a game that kind of almost pushes in the opposite direction to that. I think everyone universally loves the look of this game, is going to buy it. Mouse PI for Hire.
Oh, yeah.
It's a kind of like... for those that don't know, it's a kind of like early Disney style kind of cartoon.
Yep, black and white.
But like a first-person shooter set in that kind of 1950s detective world.
Uh-huh.
It's like... it kind of gives me Cuphead vibes.
Exactly, yeah. So imagine first-person shooter Cuphead. That's basically what this is, but also being black and white. So huge emphasis on like sound effects, voicing, acting, really cool animations.
Yeah.
Like I am so hyped for this. I'd never realized it was going to come to Switch 2 as well. Like when I first started following this game, I was like, okay, this is just going to be like a next gen kind of thing, which as far as I'm aware it was. And then now it's been confirmed for Switch 2. I'm like, oh, that is awesome. Being able to, take this portably and dock it, wicked.
I actually thought because it got announced quite a while ago, the first announcement of the actual game, I had assumed it was going to be Steam only. I thought it was kind of like a bit of a weird, quirky corner. Maybe eventually we'll see it on consoles.
Yep.
I don't know about the other consoles. I don't know about Xbox or PlayStation. Honestly, don't care because it's coming to Switch 2 and that makes me really happy.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's coming to everything. So Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and of course Switch 2. So super hype.
100% everyone has to get this day one. It just looks really cool. I don't know who's making it. I actually don't care. Just everything I've seen from it just looks amazing.
Yeah, I can't actually remember who's making it, but yeah, this just looks wicked. It's right up my street. So excited for it.
Number 2 on this list is just for you, Andy.
It pretty much is, yeah.
Out of Words.
Out of Words, yeah.
Got announced at the Game Awards, if I remember rightly.
It did, yes. It got announced at the Game
ago.
Awards. Yep, it did. Yep, definitely did. So we saw it there, and I'm a big fan of stop motion animation. I really enjoyed Harold Halibut, that game, and pretty much any game that focuses on like animated, actual
South of Midnight,
animated.
I guess, kind of sits in that vein.
Yes, exactly that as well. So when they announced this is a side-scrolling platformer, but a co-op game. It looks really cool. It looks very, very fun, and it really reminds me a lot of It Takes Two developers.
Yes.
But it seems that kind of fun because this is a focused co-op adventure, and it just looks really, really cool. And I'm all for co-op games.
I was kind of threw it away at the start saying it's just for you. I do love co-op games when you've got, especially like yourself, when you and your partner both play games. It's so rare to find good couch co-ops these days.
Yes.
I've totally forgotten about genre, in my opinion. Like there's very little that serves it. But so when they come along, it's exciting to see. And when they come along and look as good as this one does do, I will say that it is exciting to see. On Switch, I think is just perfect for it as well.
Yeah, I think it feels right at home on the Switch too there. Yeah,
really cool. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. Tell me about this one, because
you played the demo.
Did I?
It didn't pass you by at all. It happened earlier this year.
I've forgotten about this one entirely.
Yes, this is the one that it's an isometric game.
Oh, like early JRPG style.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mix between like Final Fantasy's take and also like Zelda.
Yes.
And it's there's no turn-based combat. It's like an action RPG. So it's real-time combat. There is a demo out on the eShop for the Switch 2. I really enjoyed it. We did a reaction video in a pod. Well, I think we said our reactions directly after playing the demo in a podcast, so finding that is going to be fun if you wanted to see that. But I remember specifically...
I can't even remember it.
Yeah, so it happened a while ago. But I remember your thoughts, at least, and I remember mine. I really liked it. I really liked the art style, the direction. I found it incredibly fun. It's a dungeon crawler. That's why it feels like Zelda. And it's kind of a bit more like Final Fantasy art, kind of almost. And yeah, the dungeon mechanic and everything, really, really fun. I loved it. I like the action elements of it. The only thing that let it down for me a bit was it just looked like it needed polishing. We know the capabilities of the Switch 2, and the demo, unfortunately, at the time of launch of the demo, just visually it didn't seem to hold up very well on the Switch 2. It looked like it was performing badly, and that kind of put me off in a little bit. But the gameplay was so fun. I played the whole demo handheld, whereas you played it docked, and I remember you didn't really like the combat. I remember that much. And also I feel like you said there were some visual issues as well docked. But again, that was the demo, and it's not even got a release date yet. So,
I remember both of us complaining about visual issues, especially with like when, because it's isometric, when objects become like semi-permanent in your vision because you're underneath them and stuff. You're getting some weird kind of aliasing effects. I remember that. There were some issues. I would be willing to go back when it gets closer to launch and play the demo again and kind of reevaluate my opinion. Maybe the demo's been updated for current builds and stuff. Yeah,
well, I'm hoping because it was just a demo and they've had way longer to focus on this, that it ends up being in a way better state when it launches. But I had so much fun playing the demo. I wanted to keep playing, and it ended.
That's everything, isn't it? That's all you need.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to actually get hands-on with this.
And talking of demos, you can play this on demo now.
Wow.
And that is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intrigade, coming out 2026. Demo available now.
Is there a demo available now?
Yeah, as of recording.
I didn't even know that.
I had an email from Square saying a demo is going to be available for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, what? Right, as we're filming it right now?
As we're recording this right now.
Okay,
Not so I want to take this video too much, but...
Yeah, but, well, there we go, But once this video ends, I'm going to go download that because I want to see how it runs on the Switch too.
There's something for me about Final Fantasy coming back to Nintendo, and I know that over the years we have seen these games appearing, but I don't know. For some reason, this feels different.
Yes. Well, it's Final Fantasy VII, isn't it? Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy VII, yeah, and it's also in the shadow now of Square, like removing their exclusivity deals with PlayStation. For me, it's exciting for the future to see, like, will we see Part 3 launching on Switch 2 at launch, which I think we probably will.
Yeah.
But obviously, this is Part 1 of the remake trilogy. Technically, it's a PS4 game, so it's no surprise that it's coming. It's a very area limited. It's not like you've got big sprawling open worlds to deal with. But visually and technically, it's still a very demanding game.
Very demanding, yeah. That's why I'm super intrigued to see, because we've both completed this game.
Yeah.
And on other consoles, you played it on PlayStation, I played it on PC. And yeah, having the ability to play docked and handheld in one with this version, like you said, it seems like it's coming home to Nintendo. Like, it does. Them releasing these remakes on the Switch too. So yeah, this is a big moment, I think. And for all those people that haven't had a chance to play this yet, it's a phenomenal remake. Like, it's such a good game.
I love it, and I know that like diehards have their criticisms with it, as they are bound to. But I think if it's your first experience of the Final Fantasy VII story, it's an amazing way of getting into it.
Yes.
And I'm such a diehard fan. I will buy it again for Switch 2. I just will. I know what I'm like. I want to play it again. So going from a very much a me game back to a very much a you game, I did play this one originally on Xbox and it just didn't connect to me. Yeah. But I know you really loved it, and that's South of Midnight.
I really enjoyed this game. I played it on PC via Game Pass, but I would totally buy it on Switch too, because it feels right at home in the Switch library. This is a great game where it's quite a dark storyline, like a heavy sort of melancholic like storyline. But the gameplay is incredibly fun if you like action platformers, so 3D action platformers. And I still feel like GameCube was kind of like at home there with those types of games, and this feels just like right in line. I always keep associating GameCube with Switch 2 because it just feels like the modern GameCube.
100%. It's the GameCube 2 is how it feels.
Yeah. It's how it feels to me. Just less cube-like. But the dock should have been the GameCube, like, and then you slotted the Switch 2 in it.
That'd be so cool if they made that.
They would be. But yeah, so this game, seems perfect fit for me. It's, again, a super fun loop. It's kind of linear. There is areas where you can go out and adventure for like secret items where you'd be like, oh, I can't get over there. But you basically developed these kind of like superpowers that let you do amazing things, do puzzles. It's your classic action platformer. And I just really enjoyed it. Even the combat's very fun.
That was the only bit I didn't like.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
I struggled with the combat. But it's probably because I'm quite low IQ. It's not just smashing square. What?
Yeah, you like first-person shooters and turn-based, whereas I'm like first-person shooters and more action-based combat. Yeah. So yeah.
I need to go slow down. Let me take my time.
But also the art style on this one, again, like we said with Out of Words, is it does have a stop motion kind of animation feel to it. You can disable it on PC and Xbox in terms of there's like a low frame rate on the character models to make it feel like stop motion animation. You can turn that off, so I hope they include that feature in the Switch 2 because some people won't like it. But the game as a whole, I really like, and I think it's wicked to see that coming to Switch 2.
Yeah, it's a good one. One that blew our minds at the Switch 2 launch. I remember the moment very clearly because I texted you and I said, Andy, Elden Ring, WTF is happening.
Yes.
And that was the moment. It was the Switch 2 announcement, the big play by Nintendo, and then they start hitting out all the big AAA games that will be coming. It was like Cyberpunk, and then Elden Ring flashes up, and we're both just like,
what?
Jaw to the floor. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they've gone hard.
They've gone really hard, yeah.
It's exciting to see. It's obviously a hugely popular game. I think it fits Nintendo really well in many respects. It kind of... they've always had a space for this kind of fantasy darkness.
Yeah.
But there's a big like asterisk next to Elden Ring still. Yeah. Because the early builds that were playable at some of the preview events, like Gamescom and stuff, people weren't allowed to film anything. Press weren't allowed to cover it deeply, but the anecdotal stories that were coming out, the word of mouth, was that performance was really bad on this.
That's true, yes.
I'm going to caveat that one step further and say everyone said exactly the same thing about Star Wars Outlaws in the early builds.
That's very true, yes.
Because I cancelled my pre-order of Outlaws because of that.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone was like, Outlaws, it's really rubbish, the performance is horrible, and then post-launch it was amazing.
Yes.
I imagine that Elden Ring's going to be the same. I can't imagine that they'll let it out if performance is bad.
Well, the good thing is they never set like a solid date, like, so it's just like coming at some point. So they've had plenty of time to keep working on it. And so with the 2026 release, I'm really hoping that they've seriously polished it compared to those early demos at these events, which were quite a while ago now when you think about it. So I'd like to have faith in them to be able to do something here more remarkable than people experienced at events. Yeah. So I'm kind of like on the fence here. Like I'm really hoping that it's a good port and they do pull out a Star Wars Outlaws where it ended up being incredible. But equally, I know that Elden Ring struggles on the other consoles and on PC. It's a very, very demanding game. So we're just going to have to wait and see how it holds up. But despite that, I'm still excited for people that haven't been able to play it because maybe they haven't got one of the other consoles or whatever. Being able to play this on the go, is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely. One that is really bizarre. I'm trying to remember how old this game actually is now. And I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about it. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition.
2015 it came out.
So it's going to be 11 years old by the time it lands.
Yeah.
It's cool. Everyone loves Fallout 4. Undeniably an amazing game.
Yeah, I don't know about everybody loving it.
Well, I had a great time in it 10 years ago.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the most hated Fallout game, but like...
Why?
You got the base building and stuff. People didn't really care about that.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah, I mean, I understand people's frustrations with it. However, I do actually really like the game. I think it's very good. Yeah. So I do think it's a good game, and I think despite the fact that it is old now, and they should just be like working on Fallout 5, you know, which is going to be in like 2036, you know, because they haven't even finished, you know, Elder Scrolls, 6. So, yeah, who knows when that's going to come out. But for a stopgap, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, when the Switch came out and Skyrim released, all I wanted was Fallout 3.
Yeah.
And they never gave it to us. I was like, no, you know, and now we're getting Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. I'm happy with that. That's cool. You know, like, bring it on. So I think it's going to be great. If you never played a Fallout game before, post-apocalyptic, mutants and stuff, everything's blown up. Like,
cool.
You're in the wastelands. You've got all these cool weapons and stuff. It's
got a great sense of humour the whole time.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's all fun.
Yes. Yeah, I'm all for it.
And so now we start ramping up really quite quickly. 007 First Light.
Wow. One I never expected on Switch 2.
No. And whether you like that kind of Hitman vibe or not, which is basically what
Hitman
this game
007. Yeah, that's what it should have been called. Yeah.
From the kind of big gameplay showcases that we've seen now, it looks insane. The combat looks slick. The action looks exciting.
Yes.
It could well be the best 007 game ever made. By the time it comes in, it looks like it's got the potential to be.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting this on Switch 2 as well is just downright exciting.
I never thought we'd see it, and I thought in my head this is the kind of game, because it's not even out yet on the other consoles. No. I thought maybe we'd get it like 3-4 years later, like we'll get a port. But no, like it's coming out straight away, you know, 007 First Light. So, like you said, I'm only on the fence with this one. I'm excited because it's cool seeing something so new coming to the Switch 2. I'm not, like, my hype is kind of wavering only because this is made by the Hitman guys.
Yes.
And they only make Hitman games.
Yes.
And the gameplay just looks like Hitman, but with a 007 story over the top, which is cool. Like, and I'm excited for that. But until I play it, it's going to be one of those ones where I'm a bit like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Hitman can be really, excuse the pun, hit and miss, can't it? The gameplay loop on it.
Yeah.
If you're happy with like failing and restarting just to get like the slick kind of stealthy transition through this level, then it's cool. Inevitably, you start off trying to be like stealthy. You end up alerting everyone, fighting everyone, failing, and having to start again every time. And it gets a bit frustrating. So how they balance that gameplay loop's important here, but I think they'll just go with the Hitman vibes. Yeah,
see, I think this will actually help it because I find the gameplay loop very fun on Hitman. It's just frustrating. Whereas now this is actually James Bond and it's got an actual story, whereas I feel like Hitman never had a story. It's like you're Agent 47 and you just got to kill some guy. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's the story. Just, you know, you get like 4 maps because you know you're going to die 5,000 times trying to do the mission. Like, whereas this is now like heavy story based, but with all the fun stuff that Hitman came with, I'm really hoping that this fixes that issue, like you said, because it's going to just be like play through the story. And if you can make it a bit easier or whatever, then wicked. I think it's got potential.
Yes, I agree. It's exciting, but it could equally just be frustrating. But the fact that it's coming to Switch 2 is mad. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is the next one on this list, which I have to say was one of my most enjoyable games to play this 2025. Yeah. So to see it coming Switch 2 2026, it's this game. If you like the Indiana Jones movies, obviously. If you like Tomb Raider, yes, I think it's right up your street.
Yep. Or Uncharted, anything like that.
Uncharted, yes. It's a little bit slower than those games, and obviously it's first person for the most part. But my experience was this was like playing the best Indiana Jones movie. Yes. But I'm playing it. It was just cool the whole time.
It's incredible, and the voice acting is so unbelievably good. Like it really, really is. I'm so shocked that this is coming to Switch 2 as well, because visually it's a very beautiful game.
Beautiful game.
So super excited to see what the Xbox team manages to do, bringing it over to the Switch 2.
And it's a good indicator of the things that we wanted, which primarily, the number one was seeing the Xbox team embracing the Switch 2 and bringing their games over. As they're multi-platform now anyway, so why not?
Yeah.
This is a really recent release. It's a very AAA game, and it's kind of indicative of what we hope to see more and more in 26 and onwards.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic game. If you've not played it, I would thoroughly recommend it. Another AAA game that's really surprised me, you actually only kind of, I don't know, reminded me about it this morning, was Pragmata.
Pragmata, yeah.
I zero idea this was coming to Switch.
Yeah, I've been really excited about this game for a long time now, because it's a big Capcom release, and I really enjoy Capcom games, and it just looks wicked, sci-fi, it just looks incredible. But the thing is I've been looking at this with like a PC gamer head, thinking, look at the visuals, look how incredible this looks like, and then to find out it was coming to Switch 2, along with an amiibo, I was like, what? And then I start seeing articles popping up online of even the developers were shocked themselves of being able to get this running on a Switch 2, and for it to look so good on a Switch 2. I'm still shocked. This is one that I never in a million years, I thought this would be like PC only, kind of, PC and PlayStation and Xbox kind of only. Yeah. But no, this is coming to Switch 2.
I don't know why. I had it in my head that it was a PlayStation only game.
Yeah, like an exclusive, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I assumed that, but yeah, so that's going to be really exciting to see how it holds up. I mean, if the developers were shocked, then it tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know they've released a demo on the PC. I don't know if there's a demo for Switch 2.
Resident Evil. Well, firstly, I'm going to say Resident Evil 9, because my excitement for that, A, is for you, because I know you love them so much, but also B, is the fact that it's coming day one.
That's a
on Switch 2.
Thing. Yes.
It's so big, it cannot be oversaid. But also, we're getting 7 and 8 at the same time, launching on Switch 2. Incredible. You can even get a combi set with all three.
Yes.
If that's your thing, if that's your jam. But the modern Resident Evils.
Yeah.
Day one on Switch 2.
Yeah, day one for Requiem and Pro Controller Limited Edition as well, which they've not done on any other consoles, which is crazy. So super hyped for Requiem. I'm really happy that players get to play 7 and Village, so 8, if they've not yet, handheld, which is crazy. These are first-person games, 7 and 8. Whether or not they'll have the third-person mod in them, because that came with the winter expansion for 8 that lets you play in third person, I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure they are the gold editions, so they should have the third-person options in them. Wicked games, like phenomenal games if you're into Resident Evil. If you're just into survival horror stuff, 7 and 8 are kind of joined. So you want to play 7 before 8. You can play them independently, but the story does follow on from 7 to 8, and then it stops there. And then 9 is going to be like a new entry. They're going back to Raccoon City. Leon's back. And you can play.
It almost feels like 9 loops back to the ones before.
Yes. Yeah. But it's like later in the timeline. So Leon's now older, and you've got 2 play styles. You play as the female antagonist, and her side of the story is survival horror. And then you've got Leon's, which is more like action horror kind of thing. So if you've ever played like Resident Evil 4, he's more action based. He's a bit more of a badass. He's more capable, whereas the female is going to be a little bit more Resident Evil 7 vibes, I feel. So I love that, and you'll flip between them in the storyline as you play through the game. I'm so hyped that this is a day one launch on Switch 2, because again, in my head, this will be like 12 months later it'll come on Switch.
100%. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, or it would be cloud only, but for it to natively run on Switch.
I'm glad we haven't heard those words too much with the Switch 2 so far.
Don't need to, because it's so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was the scourge of Switch 1, wasn't it?
Yes.
This game's coming to Switch, cloud only. And talking of one that would have been cloud only on the Switch is Duskbloods.
Yes.
Which is from the developers of Elden Ring, am I right?
It is indeed, yeah. Developers of Elden Ring. And this is a Switch 2 exclusive. It's not coming to PC, not coming to Xbox, not coming to PlayStation. This is an exclusive Switch 2 game. And we know very little of it. It was announced at the Switch 2 launch, I believe. And we've not really heard anything since, other than the fact that I thought it was going to be a single-player kind of game like how you can play Elden Ring, but it seems like this is going to be an online multiplayer game. But I am super, super intrigued. The trailer looks incredible. You're like vampires, which I love. Like, that's pretty on, you know. Like, and you're going to get superpowers and stuff. Like, all fight together through a story or whatever it might be. I just can't wait to see more of this game. Obviously, we need to see Elden Ring first, surely. But then hopefully Duskbloods shortly.
I wonder if they come at the same time or.
Wow, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it's super intriguing. Yeah, you're right. It was announced at the launch, and again, that was another moment where I was texting you like, "What's going on? What's going on? I don't understand what's going on."
Yeah, the trailer's incredible.
Yeah, and the 12 games we've looked at there are just the kind of tip of the iceberg. I fully believe for 2026 Switch 2 and going forward. It's that feeling of what's going on and seeing all those exciting games being announced is finally playing out. And and I mean this sincerely, it genuinely excites me.
Me too. I'm hyped. And this is all stuff that we've known about for a little while now. So to see what's coming in 2026 that we don't know about yet, like day one launches or just exclusives, that's what I was trying to think of. I can't wait to see what holds for the Switch 2 in 2026, because 2025 has actually been really good for the Switch 2.
It has.
You know, so I think 2026 is going to be the Switch 2 year. I think it's going to shock all of us, really. I really do.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I want to know, though, down in the comments, which one you're most hyped for from the ones we talked about, or if we missed one that you're really looking forward to, let everyone else know what it is down in the comments so we can all kind of share in that excitement. Whilst you're down there, please do like this video, subscribe for more Switch 2 and handheld gaming content. What else should they do, Andy?
Become a member and you get to chat to us over on our Discord as well.
Love it. So we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.